You're traveling to another dimension. 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 Dimension.
I just can't do it. I need help. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and I'm trying to sit here and make this Found in the Wild video, and I was thinking of how can I explain to new people that might stumble across this video what this is. Basically, I show off all the stuff I've found in the wild, but sometimes you gotta order stuff from Amazon too, but I can't just change the title this far into the series. The first couple items are from Amazon. First thing I got, I don't know if you can even see this, but it is the Poltergeist 4K Blu-ray UHD, and I've got several copies of Poltergeist already, and I really can't see 4K. I don't know if I need to get my eyes checked. I mean, I thought I had 20/20 vision. But anyway, this is a classic. This is one of those ones like Night of the Living Dead or Dawn of the Dead or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where anytime I see a copy that I don't have that specific, some kind of copy, yeah, I don't have, whatever, you know what I mean. I gotta buy it every time I see it. I'm like Mel Gibson in Ransom or whatever the hell that movie was where he kept buying Catcher in the Rye. Who knows? That's all beside the point. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed Poltergeist on this channel. I don't know if I deleted. I went back and deleted a bunch of old videos that I felt like were terrible, even though I started to notice all my videos are terrible. But that's beside the point. Poltergeist is an all-time classic. It's been debated whether it was Tobe Hooper or Steven Spielberg that directed the movie. But either way, we've gotten one of the best PG of all things horror movies. Of course, I think it was before the PG-13 rating. But some of the stuff in this movie is just, I don't even know what to say. It's an all-time classic, and if you haven't seen it, which I know there's some people out there that have not seen the original Poltergeist, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Just in case that person or those people happen to be watching this video. Weird Science. I had to have the Arrow release. I don't even know if I've got this on DVD. I've always wanted this movie, but for some reason I've never had it. I was also a big fan of the USA television series, which I'd like to find that and buy that. But yeah, this was on sale. All these movies were on sale pretty much for $15, and they were marked down from 45 or 40. And it's like I can't pass that up, especially when I basically got the 3 of these Amazon titles for $45 for all 3 of them. I mean, what am I going to do? Leave them? Next, I got Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2, Scream Factory, 4K Blu-ray, because for some reason, the regular double feature Blu-ray is like astronomical. And this was only $15. What am I, fucking stupid? Am I going to go buy the one that's like $150? No, I'm going to buy the 4K one and hope to God my 4K player works, because I haven't dusted it off in a while, because like I said, I can't see 4K. And the funny thing is, I've got 2 other copies of Slumber Party Massacre 1, and don't get mad and don't run off and tell Lee McCoy, but I have never seen any of the Slumber Party Massacre movies, which I don't know why. I remember seeing the VHS cover at the video store when I was little, but it's just something cheesy about those, you know? It's like, I don't know, but I hear they're pretty good. I hear the first one's alright, but then I hear the second one is top-notch, phenomenal shit. You know, we're grade A quality shit we're dealing with here.
Yeah, well, this is handmade quality shit we're talking here.
I don't fucking know. So one of these somewhere in here did not come from Arcade Legacy, but the rest of the movies in the pile and the games and whatnot came from Arcade Legacy, which you can find in Cincinnati, Ohio, or Sharonville, Ohio, whatever you want to call it. Just shut the fuck. I remember a while back, people wouldn't stop talking about this movie in a couple of groups I'm in, and I figure that's really cool box art, and it's a 1970s slasher before slashers were slashers. And I believe it's an American movie. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I know there's some big star from the 80s that was in it when they were a child or young. I don't fucking know. It's Alice, Sweet Alice. I do remember there's some kind of dwarf in the movie that kind of creeps me out. But I guess the child goes missing, and then they keep thinking they see the child, and these dwarves or a dwarf. I don't know. I've never seen it. Yeah, Alice, Sweet Alice from Arrow, and it was only, oh shit, $24. I like to watch a movie first before I spend that kind of money on it, but I mean, with this cover art and the way people talk about it, it's got to be good, you know. A lot like I like this movie. This is one of the best movies ever made, and a lot of people haven't seen it because they've got to read subtitles. It's like, I never even learned to read, but I can get the gist of what's going on in the movie just by what's happening on screen. This little girl is in the middle of the Spanish Civil War. Her mom marries the biggest dickhead you've ever fucking seen, and then she runs off into this little fantasy land, and they tell her she's this long-lost princess, and one thing leads to another, and she gets to go be the long-lost princess. But a lot of really sad shit happens in between there, and there's some disturbing imagery in here for you if you're into disturbing imagery. But this is the Criterion Blu-ray, because Criterion takes the utmost care in their physical media releases. But I have noticed Criterion tends to be more obscure avant-garde films, which this is kind of an avant-garde film. It's Guillermo del Toro's second, I think. Well, no. That might be his third big blockbuster. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. Sexy Patrick Swayze, Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze, Sexy Dirty Dancer, something like that.
And Patrick Swayze, you were so fucking sexy in Roadhouse, fucking Dirty Dancing.
Anyway, I got Ghost. And I don't remember the last time I watched this movie, but I do have a strong, fond memory of this movie because this is the last movie I watched in the theater with my parents before they got a divorce. And I've always really enjoyed this movie. It's kind of unique. It's a different take on the whole ghost thing. I don't know what to say about it other than it's a classic, and it's kind of sad that nobody really talks about it much. I was going to say, this almost looks like a Criterion or some kind of fancy release, but it's just a Paramount Presents Ghost. And I look forward to popping this in and checking out what it looks like in high definition, because like I said, I haven't seen this movie since VHS. So last time I was up at the arcade, I was scouring through the movies on the shelf or on the wall, whatever you want to call it, and I come across this, Nothing Bad Can Happen. And I just thought that was a really cool, I mean, it's simple. It's a upside down crosses, anarchy symbol with a little bit of blood on it, but nothing bad could happen. I read what it was about, but I couldn't tell you. I can't be bothered to read it now. The lighting in here's not the greatest. But it's inspired by true events, and this is an Alamo Drafthouse or just Drafthouse. I'm sure it's Alamo Drafthouse. Whatever. It's a fancy release, and they wouldn't have fancy releases for shit like this if it wasn't a good movie. Plus, it's got a 6.9 or something like that, and that might as well be a 10 out of a 10 for a fucking... I don't know if I mentioned before, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. Snowtown! Now, this was on Netflix and a couple other streaming sites for free, and I could have watched it for free, and I just never did, never got around to it. And then I saw it on a Tuesday post because Jesse from Arcade Legacy makes a post every Tuesday to let you know what new inventory he's going to have for the next open business day. And I had to claim this because, sure, it's probably still on one of those streaming sites, but I like to have the physical copy just in case the Wi-Fi goes out. Say I'm somewhere where they don't even have access to Wi-Fi, or I just don't want to pay for Wi-Fi, and I have a Blu-ray player, and then I don't have to worry about having the internet. I can just watch a movie anytime I want to, and eventually I'll want to watch this movie and I'll fucking do it. Whatnot. And hey. All right, this next one's going to get everybody excited, I hope. Ernest Goes to Camp. Now, I would have loved to have this on Blu-ray, but I don't think the Blu-ray exists. I do have the DVD of Ernest Scared Stupid, which the Blu-ray for that is fucking astronomical. And then I do have the Blu-ray for Ernest Goes to Jail. And I don't remember the last time I watched Ernest Goes to Camp. And I've noticed that Ernest Goes to Camp, I don't believe, is on any streaming services. Unless you want to pay for it probably on Prime, which I didn't want to do because I paid $3 for the DVD. And now I don't need to worry about having the internet to watch a movie that I haven't seen in 20 years. Ernest Goes to Camp. But, you know, we got all these movies that just have become forgotten to time, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to start talking about movies that are forgotten to time, and then also sometimes I'd like to talk about shit that's bothering me, like everything. Fury with Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf, and even it's got Shane from The Walking Dead. And I saw this once, and I enjoyed it, but I don't really remember much about it other than Shia LaBeouf's performance was really fucking good. Actually, everybody's performance was really good, but I don't remember everything about it, and I'd like to watch it again, and that's why I bought it. I'm sure you've all heard the stories about Shia LaBeouf and Brad Pitt getting into a fight, and then also him pulling out his tooth and not showering for months and months and months and months just to get, you know, a really good performance, or to give a really good performance. I mean, I don't see why you gotta smell like shit to give a good performance, but, you know, he's doing it for the craft, man. And whatever, you know, you can say what you want about Shia LaBeouf. He's an excellent actor. I've loved him in literally everything I've ever seen him in, except for Even Stevens. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I think I was too old for that type of programming at that particular time. Roots, because, you know, sometimes you need remind. Roots. Absolutely sure I've ever actually sat down and watched Roots. I don't know what to say about it other than, you know, it's fucking Roots, man. Like, what do you want me to say? It's Roots. It's Roots. It's about a boy named Toby. Never seen Roots. Basically, I'm gonna watch Roots eventually. Take a break from the movies for a second. Doom! Now this is from Limited Run Games. The funny thing is, I had Doom 1, 2, and 3, not the Xbox or the Microsoft computer version. Like, they had Doom, Final Doom, and then they had some kind of Doom that had all these developer-made levels, fan-made. I don't remember. It was kind of shit. But basically, it was the complete Doom collection on the PlayStation 3 console. And then my PlayStation 3 console decided, fuck you, buddy. So now I paid all this. Well, it was only like $5, but I paid $5 for a game that I could no longer play. So I decided to go ahead and pay $50 so that never happens again. Because if my PlayStation 4 takes a crap, I can always go buy another used PlayStation 4. Here's the physical copy. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Doom is probably in my top 5. I mean, at least my top 10, but maybe even my top 5 greatest games of all time. I played the shit out of this. I never had the PC version. My experience, aside from going over to my friend's house that had the PC version, I had the PlayStation 1. As soon as I knew Doom was coming out for the PlayStation 1, I had to have it. So that was my experience. I think I might have even had it on the 32X before that. And I know there was a Super Nintendo version, which was really shitty, but it had great music. The 32X version was half-assed, but it at least was Doom. Now, the funny thing is, I don't like the 2016 Doom. I was never really the biggest fan of that. I do feel like I need to give it a third chance because I've tried it like twice and it's just like it's not the same as the original. There is some kind of flavor to the original that I can't get enough. There's another game I can show you. Rampage for the Sega Master System. And that's right, everybody, the Sega Master System. And I need to find my cords for it because I know where the system is. I just can't remember where the hell I put the cords because I really want to play me some Rampage because the one on regular Nintendo is kind of garbage. It's glitchy. It's got a lot of slowdown to it. And I feel like this will run a hell of a lot smoother and more closely to the arcade than the Nintendo counterpart, because this was one of my favorite arcades growing up. Like one of my absolute favorite arcades growing up. Set that there. So, happened to be at the store, and there this was for like $7, and the secretary loves it. I'm not that big into musicals. I do enjoy this for the most part, but is it something I'm gonna pop on by myself? No, but if it's on, I'll sit there and play on my phone. This right here, everybody, it's a little box, it's a little pen doll. It came from the Spooky Shop at the Dent Schoolhouse, which you can visit online at thespookyshop.com/the Dent Schoolhouse, probably. I don't know. I'll have it pop up on the screen if I remember. If I, can be... Oh, for fucking Christ's sake. You kidding me? God damn it. I'm a big dumb idiot. Sit here and see how long it fucking takes for me to get this out of here. It's a little Jason figurine, but it's supposed to be like one of them patch dolls, like from Little Big Planet, or that sock monkey thing. But look at it, isn't it the cutest? That was gonna go on my desk at work. I don't know where the hell to put it now. It's a good thing I saw that, because that reminds me. It reminds me, everybody. Went to Spirit Halloween. Had to have this. The cutest damn thing I ever seen. Got a little light. Lights up. Not very bright. But, I had to have it. Had to have it. Speaking of which, I'll just spoil it. Look, I got this badass Halloween 4K steelbook, and the secretary is pretty mad, but she'll get over it because it's Halloween in 4K. And if she can't see the 4K like I can't, that's all right because it comes with a Blu-ray. Even though I've already got like 2 or 3 Blu-ray copies of the first Halloween already. But one of them's got the proper color correction. And if you know what I'm talking about, those are also Halloween related. This also came from the Spooky Shop. The 4K came from Jesse at Arcade Legacy. This came from the Spooky Shop. Did I mention that? It's just a little light up Halloween jack-o'-lantern opening credits pumpkin, and it lights up. It goes on your Christmas tree, or if you have a Halloween tree, that's fine too. And then, because I don't have one, and I've never had one before, because I've always been more of a Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hellraiser type guy. But, I had to have it. Make it look scary. There you go. The Trick or Treat Studios 1978 Halloween mask. And I was thinking about maybe being Michael Myers for Halloween, since I've never been Michael Myers for Halloween. It's always Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, this, that, the other. You never know what I'm going to do. But like I said, I've never been Michael Myers, and I feel like I'd have the body language down to a T because I'm a professional. I'm really good at scaring people. You don't believe me? Sorry. I'm also sorry about this lighting. I mean, I should have thought this through better, but I wanted to get it made, let y'all see what I picked up, and hopefully this hasn't been a complete and total mess because it's gone on for far too long. Anyway, if you're new here, make sure... Anyway, make sure to like, share, subscribe, click some fucking buttons, or I'll be very upset, and we'll see you next time.